smash any fight.
Floyd, you mentioned...
Hold on.
Sorry.
When I come and do an exhibition or come out and box and have some fun, I do it because I want to do it, not because I have to do it. Whereas Pacquiao, at his age, which is sad that he has to fight.
Now,
You know,
wait a minute.
I'm financially set,
You financially
and
set.
I want to let everybody know this.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hear so many different stories. Oh, Floyd have to do this. No, I'm well off. Every property that I have is paid for. My jet is paid for. All my cars is paid for. I own billion dollar buildings.
$1 billion buildings. All right. So,
I own so much property.
all right. You earn so much property. Okay. Enough is enough. You know, is enough. Okay. So he didn't say, you know, he said it's sad. All right. Let's get into it. Because I just want you to hear this. All right. That keyword sad. All right. Let's go. Yo, Mayweather, you piss me off, but at the same time, you're proving something. You're proving what I'm saying in my past videos about it's never over between Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. It's never over. Even though there's no rematch, they're still clashing. And this proves a point. Because you just had a fight with Logan Paul, and you have your post interview, and you're bringing up Manny Pacquiao. You have Manny rent free in your head, bro. You need to compare, and this is the part that pisses me off. You know, I try to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that, you know, because I had to play it back about 15 times, right? Because I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he said in that interview that Manny Pacquiao said, or his team said, well, they saying that he have to fight. He didn't say said, he said it's sad. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he said that somebody said that he got to fight. No, he said it's sad. What's so sad? What's so sad about Bernard Hopkins fighting at an age at over 40? What's so sad about Foreman fighting and beating Michael Moore? What's so sad about legacy? But you got Manny Pacquiao rent-free in your head, bro. And you talking about him at your get the shit right, nigga. Your press conference, right? That's what you're talking about, Manny Pacquiao, and how sad it is. Then I'm hearing this shit about you can't eat legacy. You can't eat legacy. Well, of course you can't eat legacy, but legacy will be on this earth. Legacy will be on this earth. We talk about Jack Johnson. We talk about Willie Pep. We talk about Muhammad Ali. We talk about Joe Louis. We talk about this one. We talk about Armstrong. We talk about that one. To this day, we still mention these people that's gone and passed away. Yeah. So that's legacy. When you gone and you died and there's nothing physical or mental on this earth that you can do no more because you passed away. You left a legacy. And imagine you dying and people still talking about you. That's legacy. What you done on this earth. You can't eat legacy. I understand that. But bro, you act like your money is a big deal. You pissing me off, man, with this money-ish. Cause you saying you got billions of dollars on buildings. You pay so much for billions to have buildings. You have so much real estate. You have investments. Listen, Mayweather, no one's gonna do it like you, regardless financially. If nobody could do it like you, and you can make a certain amount of money and a certain amount of minutes and all this rah shit, it's all good and dandy, man. It's all dandy, right? I got no problem. I'm not hating on that. That's not the problem. But why are you bringing Manny up and saying it's a sad thing that he have to fight to? Listen, whatever happened to the eye of the tiger, the thrill of the fight, the man still wants to fight. The man still feel like he got stuff in his gas tank and he want to prove to people. And don't get me wrong, just like you taking cheap shots and say it's sad that Manny got to fight. Well, Manny's doing it, but he's doing it in a way that his actions are talking, not his words, his actions. And his actions are, bro, you don't want to give me a rematch? You don't want to give me a rematch? You don't want to run it back? Come on, man. That's all right. Because my resume been past you, right? But I'm going to make sure I'm going to pass you more by being the oldest welterweight to do it in 2019 to get a belt. And then I'm going to be the oldest welterweight to be one of the pound for pound fighters, Errol Spence, in 2021. I ain't saying if, I'm saying when he beats Spence. All right? So, like I said to my subscribers and subs, we won already. We won this war already. Because all these people, like I said, I'm going to say it again, like how people like to repeat Marquez beat Pacquiao. You're going to hear it all the time. Everybody doubted that Manny Pacquiao was going to fight Errol Spence. Everybody thought Manny Pacquiao was going to fight Mikey. Even when Manny Pacquiao's team, somebody on his team said, yes, this is who he's going to fight. Everybody wanted to agree on that. Oh, yes. See, I told you so. I told you so. Don't piss me off. Matter of fact, I'm already pissed. But guess who Manny's doing? He's doing what you ain't expect. Right? But still now, you know what they depended on? Now that Manny Pacquiao proved a lot of people wrong, you know what they depended on? They depended on Errol Spence to beat Manny Pacquiao. So you could forget about them talking about Manny ain't built for Crawford or Errol Spence. They want you to forget that. But I ain't going to let you forget this, man. So let's go back to this man, Mayweather. You can't eat legacy. But you keep talking about money. Bro, Manny Pacquiao will do what you're doing. Matter of fact, Manny Pacquiao was trying to fight McGregor, but McGregor failed. But guess what? After this fight, if he want to, maybe he could fight Jake Paul. Or maybe that's your rematch. You fought Logan Paul. I can see the setup already between you and Jake. I got your hat. I think this time you'll train a little bit better for this fight, right? So I could see you might be going for now a Jake, right? Jake, right? That's like Showbiz. We say, yo, Jake, right? So I could see that you might go for a Jake because you said I'll probably do that. You didn't say his name, but you said when people say, are you gonna hang it up? And you say, probably. Of course, probably, because it's a one-up thing. See now, when Manny beats Errol, I leave the F to you. When Manny beats Errol, well, of course, that's one up on you. So you got to get a one up. So you got to try to make people forget what Manny did and beat an exhibitionist match, win another exhibition match, and talk about your money and how much money you got and put your hands up like this. It's always the last person that put their hands up leaves an image in your mind to say that you're the best ever. That's all it is. But listen, let me tell you something about Manny Pacquiao. He graduated and got a political science degree. Yes, he did. He could speak different languages. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He is a senator. You're telling me Manny Pacquiao is broke? Okay, let's say he has no boxing. He's a senator. Senators make money. Yeah, it might not make the money that a boxer make, a pro boxer make, but he's still doing it. Okay? He has endorsements. He has this. He has that. It's not everything about the United States. He's all over the world, man. Political science, he got a degree on. Different languages. He could play a different instrument. He could play instruments. He plays basketball to exercise all day, every day. Yo, he could be a president of his country. I say he could, if it goes about that way. Mayweather, can you be a senator? Can you speak different language? Can you get a degree in political science? No. So, and one of the most important things, can you be a president? And if he's a president, guess what? He's in charge of his military. He can make rules. Yeah, you got bodyguards. That's all you got. So all I'm saying is hot. It's hot. I got the AC on, but I'm so pissed. I'm sweating, yo. I'm pissed. I'm sweating, man. You know, so please, you keep bringing up Manny, and I keep saying this in my videos, bro. It's not over between these two. Even though Manny Pacquiao is not giving him an opportunity, Mayweather not giving him an opportunity for the second fight, because he know he ain't built that way. I keep telling people there's chronological age and there's biological age. Some people look in high school, some people look older. They look, yo, you in high school and you looking like you 30, right? Then you got somebody that's probably 50 or 40 years old and they looking like they in their 20s or in their 30s. There's chronicle and there's biological. And it depends on your environment and how you treat your body. If you wear and tear your body when you're younger, most of the effects will come up to you when you get older. If you preserve yourself, eat right, eat healthy, and you got that gene to make you look young, well, it is what it is, man. And Manny Pacquiao got that. He still got gas in his tank. He's not wasting on politics. He's multitasking. Yo, I swear, man. Yo, but it's all fair game, man. It's all fair game. You know, all you could do is keep saying, my money this, my money that, and I'm doing this, and I'm making more money and all this. Fine. But if you die tomorrow, where your money gonna go? It's gonna go to your family. You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. And what you scared, I know what you scared about. I know what you scared about, man. You scared that you say legacy you can't eat. But at the same time, you dismissing legacy now because you know you can't go no further with your boxing career. That's what it is. But let me tell you something right now. You scared. You are so worried that if Manny Pacquiao already run past you, but people still say that, oh, well, Manny Pacquiao got to beat Errol Spence. And then after that, well, if he beats Errol Spence, this is what they say with the if. If he beats Errol Spence, well, let's give him another fucking hurdle to go over. Let him beat Crawford. Bro, we won already. We won already. So I don't feel like I'm a fool if he loses, because he ain't gonna lose, he gonna win. And guess what? I'm a fool already. I'm a big old fool already. So I don't feel no way when I talk on these videos to say what I gotta say about when Manny's gonna beat Errol Spence. It's not about me, man. But you know what, Mayweather, you making it about Manny Pacquiao, and it's coming out your pores. Hold on, man. Shit, man. Shit is pissing me off, man. Pissing me off. Yeah, it's pissing me off, man. I'm not stopping this video. Got my cup here from Dunkin' Donuts. Take my shit out. Oh, yeah, you pissing me off, man. Shit. Hold on for a second. Oh, pissing me off. Let me jiggle that joint. Yeah. Drink to that, Mayweather. Drink to that. Dunkin' Donuts cup with some piss in it. There you go. Let me get some wipes, man. Yeah, wipe my hands, you know what I'm saying? Wipe my hands. Here, let me slam dunk in there. There you go. Sip on that. Sip on that. Talking that bullshit. And then get this. I hear videos talking about, oh, he needs the money for his political career. And you know how much it is to have a politics, and you need all this money for politics? Bro, Manny makes schools, hospitals, anything for his people. He doesn't need that money for politics. Hey, he beat Broner, got money. He beat Thurman, got money. Beat Matissa, got money. Beat Vargas. Yo, this man is multitasking. He's multitasking and getting the job done. So please, stop it. You cannot be a senator. And I'm not gonna go in about reading, okay? I'm not gonna go in about reading with Mayweather and he can't read and all that shit, okay? I'm not gonna do that, but I said it, so I went in, but I'm not gonna go in hard, all right? But all you got is boxing. You ain't got nothing behind that. You ain't got nothing more than that at all, man. So let's stop. You could go and do exhibition fights. Listen, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones did that at 55. You ain't doing nothing new. This been going on with Muhammad Ali. You ain't doing nothing new. And if Manny Pacquiao decides to fight Logan Paul, just like he wanted to fight McGregor, you did it, so he want to do it. So guess what? He's trying to do something that you did, but he's going to try to show you he did it. Who's going to do it better? Because I guarantee you, if Logan Paul was to fight Manny Pacquiao, that boy gonna get lumped up, and he probably get knocked the hell out. Matter of fact, he's 200 pounds. Nah, he probably just get lumped up like Margarito. He'll get lumped up like Margarito. Fucking spit. You get lumped up like Margarito, man. Lumped up like Margarito. That man's face won't look the way it looked right after you played games with him, man. No. And I know you feel some way about that, man. I can see in your face, because you're a perfectionist. Let me tell you something. I know you don't feel good about that fight, Mayweather. I know you, because you're a perfectionist. I know you don't feel good. You don't like that you got, that Logan Paul put some shots on you. Now, let's say you had got knocked down, or whatever. There's no judges to say who won, but guess what? You're so much of a perfectionist, which I don't have no problem with that. I'm a perfectionist sometimes, right? But you will, guess what? Now you have to box. You see what I'm saying? So right now you're putting yourself in a predicament. If something happens, yeah, ain't no judges. It's not a win. None of this stuff like that. But if something happens, it's not gonna sit well in your stomach. You're like, oh man, I gotta come back. Now you gotta come back. You're playing these parts, man. You ain't playing it wisely. Because you might go out there and somebody might tag you and buckle your old ass. Because you're not built like this. You haven't been fighting. You haven't been training. That's why you can't come back and fight Manny Pacquiao. Because lightning don't strike twice. Lightning, and you know that. And that's why you ain't doing this, bro. So stop. Lay off, Manny. Do your own thing. If you want to do another exhibition and rob the bank, whatever you want to, you can. Ain't nobody, I'm not mad at you. Shit, if people want to watch you have an 8-round, look, to tell you the truth, listen, you're a pro, you're a Hall of Famer, right? You did so much in the sport, and you fight a YouTuber, and you couldn't buckle this dude? Even if he's 200 pounds, you could have made his face look unpretty. You could have made his face look like he's been in a boxing match, right? You could have done more than that, but you're safe. You play everything safe. That's why sometimes your fights look the way it is. Most of the time, it looks, and people still. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of people went to see that fight to see Logan Paul fight too, not just you, but him. Because remember, in one of my old videos, I said when you fought Andre Berto, what the numbers were. It was about 480,000 pay-per-views, 500 and something pay-per-views. So don't make it like this is all you. All right, you need a right dance partner. Go Google and tell me how many pay-per-views you did with Andre Berto. Same thing with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao and Thurman, he didn't do a whole lot, did 500,000, but you need the right dance partner. And you notice that's why you picking Logan Paul for KSI, or you picking this one, you picking that one. You know what's so funny? This fight here with Logan Paul and Mayweather remind me of Rocky. No, not Apollo or Drago. None of that shit, right? It's more of Apollo, the first Rocky. I love Rocky, man. I could watch that back to back. But it reminds me when Apollo came to Philly, right? And he was having his fight there. And he had this boxer that he was going to fight. But the boxer, he called out. He's like, nah, something happened. And the fight didn't happen for some reason. So now he's looking at his manager. I mean, his promoter. You know, his promoter looked like Bob Arum, right? In the movie. It's so funny, right? The actor looks like Bob Arum, like a young Bob Arum. You know, he got his hair slicked back. He got a nice suit on with a red rose, cigar in his mouth and shit. So Apollo went to him and said, yo, how can you let this happen? How can you let this happen, man? You know, I'm ready to fight this dude. I put all this training in, And he said, man, what can I do? What can I do? The man don't want to fight you. He pulled out of the fight. So Apollo started masterminding, you know. Apollo reminded me of Mayweather a little bit, right? With his charisma and character. I like Apollo Creed, right? So he's like, wait a minute. Told his promoter, said, isn't this the land of the free? Isn't this the land of the opportunity? The promoter looked at him and said, yeah, and? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to give somebody the opportunity to fight me. And I'm about to say Barbara. And the promoter was like, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm going to give a prospect an opportunity. So they looking through the book for Philly fighters, you know, promoter, Apollo Creed looking through the book. This is the first Rocky. And the promoter like, what about this dude right here? He said, nah, I don't like that name. It's not ringing a bell. So Creed kept looking through the book for prospects in Philly. I said, oh, wait a minute. The Italian Stallion. He sat back and he said, the Italian Stallion. And his trainer said, let me see this guy. He took the book, checked out his resume, checked out what he said, oh no. Creed, we can't fight this dude. I was like, why? He's a southpaw. You know we don't get down like that, baby. He said, oh, no. He's a prospect. He ain't gonna do nothing. Because, you know, back in the days, you know, if he was a southpaw, most coaches would train you to fight orthodox. They don't like you fighting like a southpaw. They considered them bums back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Southpaws is awkward and funny and shit like that. And it's so funny about this because when I watch it, I remember in part 2 of Apollo and Rocky, the scheme was to train Rocky as a right-hander. And at the last minute, switch to left. I love those, I love Rocky, yo. But let me get back to it. So, this is the land of opportunity. So, he said, don't worry about that, man. He's a southpaw, ain't no big deal. Ain't no biggie, right? And we gonna make this work. So the first match came on. Now, he's a prospect, he's an exhibition fight and shit like that. And what did Apollo say? Apollo's like, yo, yeah, we could do this on Independence Day, Columbus Day, or whatever day. So he comes out that day to fight. He comes with a wig on, looking like George Washington or Christopher Columbus or whatever. And everybody think this fight is gonna be easy, right? Then, next thing you know, the fights start becoming harder, right? Now, you know, in this movie, Apollo was in his peak. But what I'm trying to get is that in the movie with Rocky and Apollo, Apollo took him like it was easy work, right? But then it got hard. And then what did Apollo say to Rocky at the end of the round? He said, I don't want a rematch. And Rocky said, I don't want one. But then Apollo, he changed up when they was in the hospital, and they both was in a wheelchair rolling into the hospital to get checked. And they clashed in wheelchairs. And it was like, Apollo's like, I want a rematch. And Rocky was like, well, Apollo, you said you didn't want a rematch. And I said, I don't want one either. So what are you talking about? And Apollo looked at him like, you a bum, I'm gonna get you. You a sucker. And the thing about Apollo Creed, it didn't sit well in his stomach that a prospect almost beat him and took him to the distance. You see what I'm getting with Mayweather, right? Took him to the distance. It didn't sit well with him. And also, in part 2, they show Creed in his house reading mail. Like, you know how we got email, Twitter, Instagram? No, he was getting mail. And all his mail is like, you a bum. You got a prospect coming to beat you. You a bum. You ain't all that. Rocky beat you. Did not sit well. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah, you can do all the exhibitions you want, but see, Father Time is not behind you. You might have trained a little bit to fight Logan Paul and all that. It's all dandy, right? But you keep doing exhibitions. Make sure you really train, all right? Because you might get tagged get buckled, or get dropped, fighting somebody 50 pounds, 30 pounds bigger than you. You lucky. But he went the distance, and you're a Hall of Famer. You're going down the Hall of Fame. You and Manny going to Hall of Fame. But that's not sitting well in you, because at the same time, you know Manny. And keep doing it. He keep doing it and doing it and doing it well. That's your problem. And it's not sitting well, and that's why you're going to do these exhibitions. You're not broke. Are you broke? I mean, you have a lavish lifestyle. You got jets to gas up and put fuel in, right? You got maids and you got lawns to mow. You got lawns to mow, right? You got people that got to maintain these mansions and houses. You got, every month there's bills to be paid to live that lavish life. You got cars here, you got cars there, you got all this stuff. Your life ain't a simple life. So remember, you making money, but month by month, it's getting eaten up. So the more lavish life you live, remember, money don't grow on trees, and it goes by fast. So you might be saying, yeah, I make good investments. Yeah, well, good. I'm happy you make good investments. Soon, you're going to have to sit your ass down, because you're not built for this, man. You only built for exhibition fights. And it's not going to sit well if somebody tag you the wrong way or two-piece you the wrong way and you buckle and people start saying, oh, you almost got knocked. It's not going to sit well. And guess what's going to happen? Because the devil is funny. Easy money. You robbing the bank and you're making a big deal out of how you robbing the bank. Yo, the devil is Shaitan, Satan. He works in mysterious ways, yo. He makes works in mysterious ways. And what's going to happen is, money ain't easy. The illusion, it is easy. But when can you get out of it before it gets you? When can you get out before it gets you? And if you keep putting this temptation of money, yeah, you're Money Mayweather. But if you keep putting this temptation, guess what's going to happen? It's gonna snatch you. It's going to grab you in your ass, man. It's going to bite you in your ass, yo. And you might tarnish your legacy. You see? Just like Ellerby said, oh, man, if something happens in this fight, it might tarnish his legacy. You keep talking about you can't eat legacy. But I guarantee you, when somebody tag you in your exhibition fight, something happened, or you you think this is a low risk, high reward, and something happens, I'm not hoping it happens. I really don't. Like I said in my last video, I hope you beat Logan Paul, because if you don't, it opens the doorways to a lot. So yeah, I love you in the ring, but I hate you out the ring. But at the same time, I'm cheering for you to win, because this is, you know what's the problem is, man? All these fighters that put the blood, sweat, tears into training from 18, 12, 15, whatever age, and they see somebody skip the line because they got a whole bunch of subscribers and they getting these big fights where all these guys here, they should have got the fight. That's the problem I got with this fight, man. With all these. But listen, it's exhibition fights. It ain't nothing new. But for some reason, in this day and age, shit gets twisted and rearranged, and people are deranged, and they might take that as more than somebody that's coming up. And then another thing that's tainting this boxing era, no one wants to fight. You got someone that have a zero here, no one want to let their zero go. So we're not seeing the fights that we want. So that even adds on to the foolish shit. It adds on to the foolish shit. And it opens the door more and more and more to this nonsense. So yes, I want you to beat Logan Paul, but at the same time, you gotta learn when you gotta hang it up. Manny Pacquiao don't feel like he gotta hang it up yet. He proved himself 2019. And he's coming back in 2 years. Just like you retired. Didn't you retire? 2 years and came back and fought Marquez? Father Time wasn't bothering you then, right? But Father Time caught up with you. Just because Father Time didn't catch up with Manny Pacquiao, hold up now, that doesn't mean anything. Okay? It's not just this time. It might be after this fight, Father Time catches up with him. But right now, Father Time he got his ticket and he's sitting here waiting, watching Manny do his thing. Maybe it'll come up now, maybe it won't. But the way I'm seeing Manny Pacquiao train, Father Time is just getting his ticket and he's sitting there enjoying what Manny have to do. On the other hand, Father Time, in this fight, you said you ain't trained enough, fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you have another exhibition fight, brother, just train and take it seriously, because Shaitan, the devil, Satan, he has a way of having the illusion that money is everything. And then at the end of the day, your legacy. You said legacy, you can't eat on legacy, but I guarantee you, if somebody tag your ass up and take your legacy from you, and the last thought that everybody have in their mind is that Jake beat you, Logan, or whoever beat you, because you got tagged, or it went the distance, but there's no judges or nothing, be careful, my brother. Be careful. I love Manny. I don't like you. In the ring, I do. Outside, I think your character sucks, but you're human. And everybody have their ways. I'm just talking to you. I know you ain't listening, because what I done? What did I do? That's a part of a fool. A fool will look at somebody that don't have no money or don't make the money that they have, and look at it and say, well, what did you do in life? That's how Mayweather look at you. But that person can have all the wisdom but not have all the money. That's one. You get what I'm saying? So just back off me with this shit, Home Skillet, about you judging people because they ain't got money and what they did in their life, but you got. All I'm saying is, man, shit happens in mysterious ways. And be careful with these exhibition fights, because you're just getting older. You're not getting any younger. Same thing with Manny. But Manny proved himself. He still got gas in his tank. Now we got to see 2 years went by. Let's see how he is with Errol Spence. And he's dominant. He feels dominant with Errol Spence. So I'm just going to leave it like that. What else? Oh, listen. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. That's it. Y'all have a good one. And it's something for you to think about. You know, that's it. Just think about it. And if you don't want to think about it, whatever, man.